Greetings to every patriot and Christian in Fremont, Ohio, and surrounding counties. I want to greet you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. This is Archbishop Lee Bowling, presiding primate of the Church of God of the Apostolic Faith International Ministerial Association. As many of you know, I am also the executive director of Fremont News and on the front lines defending American freedoms. And I want to salute every patriot that is watching us, of every color, every creed, every background, and we salute you in the name of the Lord Jesus. Want to get right to the meat of the message. As you all know, I'm not a man that misses very many words, and I'm very straight and direct, and I call things out the way that they are supposed to be called out. This makes me one hated man by many people because I dare to stand up and I dare to call things as they are, and people does not like that. You make people uncomfortable, it makes them squiggle, and it makes them desperate, and sometimes they do stupid, desperate stuff, such as they are doing right now in this moment. If you think that Washington, D.C. is a swamp, come to Fremont, Ohio. You will find division and diversity, and unless you are part of the elite, know someone that is elite, or you are doing what they want as their puppets, then you don't have a place within our city. This is our city, a city that we say together we can, but yet it is divided in many areas. We talk about diversity, but we really don't understand what diversity is in this city. We say that racism don't belong, but yet we have a lot of racism still going on. We have a lot of work to do. Today, I have just signed a proclamation, and this proclamation was for Juneteenth, and I say that racism is sin. It divides us, and that we are all created by the one God, the Lord Jesus Christ of heaven and of earth, and we salute and join in honoring Juneteenth Day here in Sandusky County. And we had a event today that we honored, and we issued the proclamation. But friend, I'm here to talk to you about what is going on in our county. We have tyranny unlike that we have never seen before. We have a mayor that is dividing people, that is using his office to bring about political agendas at taxpayers' money. Let me explain to you. The Republican Party blackballed Bishop Andy Roberts, who is one of my bishops in my organization and is the presiding prelate of the Church of God of the Apostolic Faith International Ministerial Association and Corporation, which means he is the next bishop higher than I am. There's only one rank under me that covers the whole organization, and that is Bishop Roberts. He is a phenomenon of a minister, a friend, a man of integrity and dignity, who is a leader in our community. Often he has asked to be a part of things only to be shut out, or told that he can't, or told that he is not welcomed in the community. Even Danny Sanchez went as far as to steal his ideals that he put out. They are documented. And then did not even have the gagosity to give him the credit for those ideals and ran on those ideals as they are his. That is how hypocritical this city is. I love my city, do not get me wrong, but this city is a bunch of hypocrites who needs to be called out. The Republican Party, listen to me, endorsed Sheriff Overmeyer. They knew he was going to jail. He was caught in a major scandal, yet they still endorsed him. They still gave to his campaign to the very end. The county prosecutor, Tim Braun, violated the codes of office, the ethics of office. His professional conduct was unbecoming. The rumors circulating with the sexual misconduct and the creating a hostile work environment. And the Republican Party was the last to do anything on the Central Committee. And it was going into well over a year before they even did anything. But yet Andy Roberts stood up and he was on the front lines. And he was right there on the courthouse step and fought for the victims of this abuse. Where was the Republican Party? Where was our county and our city officials? Nowhere to be seen. How ironic. Then we come down to Pastor Gary Click, a local pastor in our community. Kingdom helps kingdom, but not Gary Click, because he is part of the elite club. He has forgotten about people such as Bishop Roberts. And when Andy reached out to him, he told him, said, we don't talk politics in my office. Gary, you're a politician. That's what you do. Hello? Did you not forget the office that you ran for? And you don't talk politics? Bishop Roberts called to find out when they were meeting on some meetings because he needed the information. And Gary did not return his call. Shame on you, Gary. You're not representing everyone in our district. This is the very reason that I didn't vote for you, because I knew you was a fraud and I saw right through you. You're a hypocritical pastor that put down some women that was running for office, meddled in their business when you should have been meddling in your own business. But nevertheless, let's not get off key here. He ran a very nasty campaign against Shane Thomas and Chris Lightbolt. And yet he was funded, he was endorsed. He put himself out there to attack Melissa Ackerson of Marysville, who was running against Bill Reineke. And Gary continued to be a part of the Republican Party and the events that were taking place. Continued to receive funding. Bill Reineke ran a very negative campaign against Melissa Atkins. And all of these actions has been ignored. Nothing has happened to them. And then we have Donald Trump, who of course said many things out of the way. And the 2016 race was very nasty. And don't get me wrong, I supported Donald Trump because I believe he was the man for the job. Then you have Mayor Sanchez, who openly endorses Democratic candidates for the office of judge and different offices. And he is an elected Republican official. Why just such a double standard? You take Andy Roberts' campaign funds, you tell him that he cannot be a part of the Republican Party or be involved in anything with the Republicans, yet you yourself allowed all of this trash to go on and no other candidate has ever been called out. Justin Smith, chairman of the Republican Party, all the way down, that supported this non-resolution to not endorse Bishop Roberts, are guilty and has blood on their hands because they are not fighting for the freedom of America. This is not conservatism. This isn't do as you please. Why the double standard? I want to know, Fremont, why the double standard? Why is it Kim Braun is allowed to break the law? You have Sheriff Overmeyer breaking the law, Gary Click, Bill Reineke, you got Mayor Sanchez endorsing other candidates, and they all ran nasty campaigns. But somehow, because Bishop Roberts dared to stand up, because he is a true conservative and patriot, call some things out that should not have been, and you all call it negativity. Do you all not even know what negativity is? Negativity isn't calling things out that is truth. That's called truth. We need to drain the Fremont swamp. That's what we need. And it is time that we send someone to city government that will drain the swamp. And it's this simple, friend. If you want safer community, you want your taxes cut, you want to grow the economy, you want to stop borrowing money from every bank for Danny Sanchez's political agenda. Listen, folks, they stole his ideals, ran with it at taxpayers' funding, and yet they say that we have a budget problem in our city. Imagine that. We're allowing people to use our taxpayer-funded money to drive their cars and their employee trucks home to Clyde, to Woodville, all over the city, all over the county. My taxpayers' money is going for that trash. And nobody seems to have a problem with it. But yet now they want to raise taxes to help with the roads. Folks, the only way that we put a stop to this controlled government that is out of control is to reel them in and stop the tyranny and preserve the United States Constitution and the rights of all of us citizens in the city of Fremont. It is time to send someone of our culture to City Hall. Someone that is not an elite person. And that person is Andy Roberts. Let me go another step further. They are so scared of him that they took all of his money and funding, told him to run as an independent candidate. And yet he sat on the Republican committee. They never, not one time, had an issue with that. But they have an issue with him running for office. No one objected to him being on the Central Committee. Why? Why now? It's because he's running for office and they are scared to death. They are scared that he is going to do some things that will hold them accountable and that he will actually do what he says because he is a pastor, a bishop, a minister, a Christian, honest, integrity, dignity. And then they do not like the fact that I call a lot of things out, and so does he. But friend, listen to me. They have gone as far as to delete his Facebook page. They've gone as far as to delete our websites. They have gone as far as to delete his city council pages. This is hypocrisy. And the hypocrisy has to stop. I'm tired of it. They got mad because they said no political people allowed in the Memorial Day parade. We fought it, we won, and we were in the Memorial Day parade. This made them mad and upset. So what did the elite do? They sent the Republican hit mob to try to shut him up. But you know what? It did not shut him up, because now we're going to sing louder than ever before, and the Republican Party is going to have to give accountability. I'm asking you not to go to Republican events. I'm asking you not to spend your Republican dollars with Republican. Give to candidates who really is trying to do what is right for our community. The Republican Party took money that I invested, gave it to other candidates, and the very candidate that I wanted to have some of my money did not get it. How ironic. The city of Fremont at work again with the corruption and the dishonesty, had the gagosity to threaten his family, have the gagosity to tear up our vehicles. This stuff don't happen by itself. We have the church truck right now in the shop because it was tore up. The car got tore up. The church got damaged. Fremont Police Department will not do investigations. You know why? Because we're not important enough. I support our local police. Don't get me wrong. I love Chief Bliss, a great guy. But he has to march to the beat of the music of the mayor. And the mayor does not want anything to come out. So what do we have to do? We have to spend more money to get cameras so that we can catch these people and try to get them prosecuted. Don't hold your breath, though. Trying to get them prosecuted is harder to do than you think. Last year, Bishop Roberts, 2 years ago actually, 2019 race, ran for mayor. His signs was peed on. His campaign stuff was destroyed. And our beloved law director, a Mayor Sanchez fan, refused to file charges. They laughed at him. They mocked him. They scorned him. And not one person thought there was an issue with it. What if Mayor Sanchez signs got took down and peed on? Oh, it would be an outcry. There would be prosecution. There would be blood in the streets, so to speak, figuratively. But yet somebody that isn't important, that really is trying to fight for the people, is shut down. Facebook account shut down. Where's the outcry? Where's the justice? Martin Luther King said it best. Injustice anywheres is injustice everywheres. If somebody does not stand up and fight, then friend, I'm telling you that we are headed to more corruption and dishonesty than we've ever seen. The swamp will continue to get bigger. It is time to rise up. Let your voice be heard. It is time to put a stop to this foolishness, to elect Roberts for city council, to serve us, someone who will listen to us and will find solutions for us as a unity, as a whole, as a body, as a community. Not just for the special elite, but everybody will have room at that table. They are so scared to death because he took them on with their unconstitutional mandates and won. And he marched in the Memorial Day parade. And now they're out for blood, harassing, destroying, tearing things up, trying to silence him, taking his websites down. Enough is enough. Aren't you tired yet, Fremont? I don't know about you, but I'm well tired of the hypocrisy.